Say hello.
Hi guys,
Hi, my name is Gertie,
and I'm Tony.
and I did a little put it on a sheet. And the reason I did the questions for Tony on a sheet is because I didn't want Tony to feel frustrated. Um, so it kind of gives him a heads up, and I made me a sheet so that I can see if he goes off track. I can see where he's going.
And hit
So-
me. She'll probably hit me.
I won't hit him. He's like, so who are we? My name is Gertie, and this is my husband Tony. And Tony has had 8 strokes, and he has cognitive impairment or dementia from his strokes. And our channel is about our journey. Me living with somebody with dementia, and Tony living with it. And this is a blog. So this is our blog channel, and we're gonna talk about things we go through, aggravations, frustrations, happy times, sad times, and all that. So I took these questions or these little statements, they're not mine, so I cannot say they are mine. It didn't come up, but I took them from a website, and since they're not on this paper, which I thought they're supposed to be, I will share where I got them from below in the comments. So first of all, my first question, can I ask you the first question, Drew?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so you were diagnosed with dementia
yeah.
from your strokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to talk about your diagnosis, like the
Yeah,
top thing.
yeah.
So can you say anything about it?
Well, I want everybody to know that even though I've had strokes, I still have feelings, thoughts, dreams, hopes and plans. There are many things I can do. Gertie gives me chores. I have to do something every day.
Actually, he does. He has to do like 1 or 2 things. It could be clean the kitty litter. It could be sweep the floor. And on his days off, and I have nothing to do, like he goes to program. He goes to a Alzheimer's / dementia day program. And if he's home on a day, like a Saturday or Sunday, and I'm home with no plans, I make him clean a whole half an hour. But here's the thing, I'll make a list, okay? I'll make a long list of everything that I want done, and he can pick him out, which could be wipe the bathroom mirror. What could it be? Easy stuff I give you.
Wash the toilet.
Wipe the toilet. I hate cleaning the toilet because
I gotta do it because she doesn't like to do it.
why? Because he drizzles all over it. So.
Because what?
You drizzle.
What's drizzle?
You pickle on the toilet. You
Oh.
pee-pee on it. You drip drop.
No, yeah.
So I make him clean it. So I give him a list. So yes, I give you chores. Okay. So you have dreams and hopes and plans and
Yep.
anything else?
Well, there are many things I can still do. Or I walking outside and we got a pit bull tank. I take him for walks. I can't walk with him because I can't walk that far down the beach.
So how do you take him for a walk?
I put it, he's a good dog, man. I mean, he's really, I put him on his leash and I use my, my scooter and, my scooter lasts long enough to go down the beach, come back,
It's about a quarter of a mile to the beach, okay? And we also have another dog, which is Sugar. She is a Chihuahua mix. And what do you do with Sugar?
Nothing. She's a good dog, man.
But when you take her for a walk?
I take her for a walk. I just tell her, come on, Sugar. And she goes and she'll walk next to me. And then she'll like, if she gets a little tired because she's small, she gets a little tired, so she'll stop. And it'll get like maybe 5 or 6 feet. I'll stop and turn around. Come on, Sugar. She'll come up to me. I can't do the same with Tank because he's a pit bull, and people are afraid of pit bulls.
But what
So-
do you do with Sugar when she's really tired? Where do you put her?
I put her right between my legs.
Right between his legs on the floor part of his scooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, she'll stay there.
Okay. So tell me about, okay, my next one, it says, I cannot do this alone. Please help me. So tell me the things like you need help with or whatever, like that you couldn't do before.
There's a lot of things I couldn't do before. I thank God that we don't have a second floor. I wouldn't. I'd had trouble. I'd have to have a
Chairlift.
chairlift.
But what about your memory? This is about your memory.
yeah.
So what?
I can't remember my own name most of the time. I remember Gertie. I love her, so I think that's part of it, that I just push as hard as I can, and then I can't. I have problems with my brother. He don't understand when I talk to him.
So you have problems expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Like we'll go, and if you have somebody with dementia, I already know. Like somebody will ask him a question and he'll look right at me.
I'll look at her like, come on, help me out,
Help
man.
me out, help me out. I get that all the time. So I try to keep my mouth shut at the doctor because I want the doctors to see the progression in the dementia, and then I'll wait, I'll pause to see if he can answer it, or if sometimes a cue will help him to remember something. So if he can't answer it, then I step in. But I try, like, if we're with friends or whatever, yeah, I don't want him to get frustrated and all that. I get the look and I answer right away. But in specific situations like doctors, or you're going to your annual or whatever. Tony goes every 3 months, but he goes to his doctors. I want him to try and answer so that and unfortunately I gotta let him get frustrated just so that they can see the progression. Anything else? Things about you can't do alone? He doesn't
I'm
know.
gonna win the lottery.
Okay,
You
wait,
know
wait,
that?
wait. Yeah, we said that. Tony's gonna win the lottery. That's part of his dementia. He totally believes he's gonna win the lottery.
And everybody says you're gonna look stupid when Tony wins the lottery.
Everybody says watch him one day win because he mentally believes he's gonna win the lottery. And I joke or sarcastic and whatever. And here's a good example. When I'm frustrated over finances and I'm crying or whatever, and Tony will say, I don't like to see you cry. Stop crying. I'm going to win the lottery and it'll be better. And I say, but you didn't win it right now. Right now, you did not win the lottery. Right now, I have to live in the present right now. As of today, you have not won the lottery. I have to deal with today. And part of Tony's dementia is he doesn't understand the feelings that I'm going through. So that's part of it. Okay?
Yeah, but you don't understand. I've already won.
Okay.
I've already won. How many times have I won? I won a lottery, not the big one, but I won.
$1 here, $5 there.
Like
Today you won 12. Today he won $12.
No, I won more than that. I had my
You won 4 on the Powerball / Mega Millions.
Yeah.
And you had 2 instant lottery tickets that you won 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So what does that mean to you? Means I won.
Okay.
Okay, we're not financially sustained,
But he
yet.
says that he's going to win the big one and he's going to buy a 50-foot boat. Okay, and he
A 50-foot boat,
believes.
and we're gonna live up here in New York, Rochester, and then I want to live on Beach Avenue, but that's
Chill out.
not necessarily. I don't believe it's going to happen that part of it. I think I'll probably get mad at myself and probably keep the money too much and
Okay,
not
so
spend it.
let's do respect. Do you feel that people still give you respect? Number 3.
I don't
Do you basically have people treated you differently?
oh yeah,
Like they treat you sometimes like a child.
yeah. They think I'm not worthy, you know, to be like a man, and that really bugs me. They don't do that so much at school right now.
Well, he calls day program school. So his adult daycare for dementia / Alzheimer's, he calls it school. So yeah, you guys are cool at school.
Yeah.
You all respect each other. Okay.
Yeah.
What about tomorrow? And do you have any fears or scared? That's number 4.
Hmm.
So can you go with that?
I get scared about the future. I because of all the strokes, now I know what it's like to feel like I'm not gonna make it. Tomorrow I could have a stroke, you know, and it's hard.
Do you feel like you're gonna lose more memory?
Yeah, that's a big fear of mine, that I won't be able to know you. And, you know, that's probably my biggest fear, is not to be able to know my kids, my brother and my sister and my wife. That's something you have to deal with every day.
Okay. What about how do you think people should feel about you?
Mm.
You know?
Hopefully, I don't irritate too many people. I try not to. There's times when we go into public, and I'll look at you. If somebody will say something to me, I'll look at you because it's my thought. I'm going to say something stupid and make them feel uncomfortable, and then I'll feel uncomfortable, and then I'll get angry. You know, I don't want to feel it, you know?
Okay, so are we done with 5? Can I turn the page, or you want to keep?
Yeah, no.
You want to read more on 5?
No, it's all right.
Okay, so let me go to 5.
Well, just one quick thing though. You need people need to understand with me. If I ignore you or I don't talk to you or I'm rude, it's not because what I'm doing. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. You know, my head is like a big balloon. You know, I don't. It's I mean, I don't have a head like a balloon, but you know.
Okay, what about this one? This one affects me. It says, "I'm still here. Keep talking to me."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let you read the little comments that we wrote. But I want to tell you what life is, and you go ahead and read it to yourself and dwell on that. Why I talk about I'm still here. Keep talking to me.
Yep.
One of the things that I'm frustrated about with this illness and is that our lives have changed so much. Meaning that we had people we hung out with, and once you come up with dementia or any type of illness, you lose things that you have things in common, and people start drifting away. And at one point I felt all alone. I had nobody to talk to vent to. We lost all our friends, all of them, because of this dementia. People we hung out with, people we would go to dinner, do events, do activities, they're all gone. People from prior to Tony's dementia, we don't even talk to any of those people anymore. And we had to start reaching out, and we had to start looking for different people. I became involved with the Alzheimer's Association for support, also on Facebook. So we do now have friends that one of our best friends, she works with people. She's worked for 30 years in the field, and she totally just loves Tony. And Tony calls her his girlfriend. And but
It's funny, it's, not for nothing, but it's not. She is my girlfriend. If you have a friend, what do you call your friend?
my girlfriend.
Well, she's my girlfriend.
Okay, so getting back to that is we lost contact with people, and it's this disease, Alzheimer's, dementia. It's lonely. You can be extremely lonely. There are days I can't tell you, endless and endless. I want to cry now. There are so many days that I've cried because I'm all alone. And honestly, with somebody with dementia, I can't sometimes have an adult conversation with Tony, and it's frustrating for me. So that is one thing. So is there anything, did you read this to take anything out of that you want to talk about in number
Yeah.
6? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's true that I don't know I look. If you really want to know how I'm doing, all people have to do is ask, and know that I'll be honest with you, and please don't talk to me like I'm not here, There's some people that talk to me and, well, how's he doing? He looks at Gertie. I'm right here. Ask me how I'm going, And
Because you're still a person
yeah.
with feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and you can still answer and talk to you while you can still answer. And I'll fill in the blanks. I'll let him answer, and then when I get that look, then I know to finish what he couldn't finish.
The day will come, when my disease will take over, I hope that before that day happens, I die. No, don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm saying I want to die. I'm just not afraid to. If something happened tomorrow, and the ultimate thing is I'm going to have a stroke and die, okay. Only thing I'm worried about is, and that's what makes me struggle more, is to be here around for you, and my brother, and my sister, my kids.
Okay, so number 7 is understand my limits. Okay, we all know what it's like to forget things. I forget things. Trust me, I forget things all the time because I have so many things on my plate. But it kind of happens more to Tony than to me. So, do you have anything you want to say?
I've lost a lot of the time of my life. The thing. I have, like, how to explain is, I have memories of friends and people that I love, and how do I explain it? Like, they're in another room. I can see them, I can see who they are, but I can't remember the names and where I know them from, and it just.
Can I put something with this to understand my limits? Okay, so Tony's son passed away, his oldest son, and we went to his brother's because I didn't know how to tell him with the dementia. So when his son died, things with me and Tony can't remember a lot of things because he has short-term memory. So, and we've been together for 8 years, and he can't remember like a lot of these past 8 years that we've done together. So when his son died, we were at his brother's to tell him at his brother's, and his daughter was there, and his daughter was the one that told him. I kept him there for 2 days, and it wasn't, oh, I'm going to pawn him off on my brother-in-law. First of all, I couldn't stay there because they smoke and I have asthma. I would have ended up in the hospital. I would have loved to stay with my husband and help him through the grieving process. I could not help him through the grieving process because he, my husband, was talking about events and things that they had done
When we
when
were kids.
the kids were younger, and I couldn't connect with that. And he had zero, nothing memories that could connect his son, myself, and Tony. He could not remember one event. So, in order for Tony to get through the grieving process, I felt it was better to keep him with his brother and nephews and everybody there for 2 days. And I know this sounds horrible, but you have to do what you feel is right for your loved one. I looked at it as I don't care what people thought of me. I looked at my husband's needs had to be met, and I couldn't meet them. So I had to meet them the only way I knew how to meet them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
hard to explain this. I have memories. I can remember like how can I say this? My aunt my my Aunt Louise and my Uncle Ani and my Aunt Margie. She don't know them, but they were my family's immediate family, you know, and there are times when it's hard for me to remember that, and I still have. There's a lot of my memories I don't remember at home, you know.
Okay, let me give you some more examples. More examples of not remembering is he'll come home from program. I'll ask him what he did. He doesn't know. What did you eat? He doesn't know. We could give something to Tony to eat, and 10 minutes later, he doesn't know what he ate. So that's the progression of the dementia. So okay.
I'm not. It's not that I'm not an idiot. I just because I think
It's the disease.
I think that I'm having strokes, still having strokes, and
So as you can guess, Tony's dementia is caused by all the strokes that he's had. Okay, so how about the last one? I will hurt you. Please forgive me. Can you read a little bit about that and then put it in your words that you wanted to put in? So
I'll say things that will maybe hurt your feelings, or
a lot.
you gotta understand that I don't do it on purpose. It's just something I do that upsets someone or annoys and confuses them, and I want to do that. I want to be your friend. I want to be understood. You know, it really hurts me. Then I know I know I'll put somebody's feeling. I'll see somebody and say, "Oh, you're looking a little fat today." You know, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking, yeah, they're looking a little fat today, but you know, it hurts somebody's feelings to say that.
How about this says, please blame the disease when these things happen and not me. And I've done that before. Tony has gotten me so upset, and I have started crying. And Tony's like, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I'm like, and I'll be crying. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the dementia. I'm mad at this disease. I've done it so many times. I am so mad. I don't understand why this happened. I'm not mad at you. I could never be mad at you. I'm mad at the disease. I'm mad at your strokes. And I just ramble on about the disease, the strokes, and why is this happening? And I'm not mad at you, So because Tony has gotten mad at me, and he'll we can't swear on here, babe, but he'll slam out the F word, at me, And I'll say, I can't believe this. And he'll try to get my feathers ruffled, and I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the disease. I'm mad I don't have the man I married because of this disease. He's still my best friend. And the best thing about this is Tony still has this funny personality. It comes out every blue moon, it'll come out a lot,
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much our 10.
Before I started having these strokes, I used to live in Australia, and I started having strokes, and it took me to the hospital, and I was on the radio in the morning, and
He was a DJ.
yeah,
Is what he's trying to say.
And,
he was a DJ.
and I loved it, man. It was fun, but I had to come home. They said I had 2 strokes, and they said, we don't know if we can stop them anymore. You have to go back to the States.
And then he came home, and he was good for a while. We were friends. We were friends prior to him moving to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And he came home, and he was good for a while. And then we got married, and then he had stroke after stroke after stroke. So that's pretty well it. Is there anything else that
I don't think you caused them.
I hope not. Okay,
No.
Is there anything else that you want to say before we say thanks for watching our video? So
What I wanted to say is that I'm not all of what comes out of me. I'm a normal human being with feelings, and I try to think of other people's feelings. There's times when I can't, It's like
bottled up in your brain.
Yeah, and I can't. Sometimes there are times, like in school, I'm sitting in school, and they were calling my name, and I wouldn't answer them. And finally, the director come over and he says, Tony, what's happening? And I look at her, I'm like, what? She goes, what's happening? Why aren't you talking to the aides? They haven't talked to me. I didn't remember who I was. They kept on calling me, but I didn't think of it was me. I didn't think they were talking to me. And
Can I say that Tony is the only one named Tony there? So he can't say, I thought they were talking to another Tony.
yeah, no, it was a tough thing. The manager there, what's her?
We were not going to say names on our video,
Oh.
okay? So we can say family members, but we don't want to say
okay.
people's names. So, okay, so
My sister Lori don't know how to take me anymore, so I don't really talk to her.
No, we lost family members too. So we're pretty well done with our little spiel. This was like 8 things I pulled up from the internet, and I wanted Tony to explain how he deals with his dementia, and that he is still a human being. And thanks for letting us use the cheat sheets, because as you see, Tony has dementia, so he won't remember. So I kind of did a header and then some things that we talked about underneath, and so that he could remember what he wanted to say about his illness. Okay? Are we set?
Just I want anybody who ever meets me to know that I do not mean to hurt you. It's the dementia. It's if I forget you or I don't remember something, please forgive me. It's not like I do it on purpose.
Can I? Oh, yeah, I wanted to say one more thing. Hopefully we can get this done. COVID. Before COVID, we went to church. We went to church ever since we were together. Same church. But COVID hit and we stopped going. And now COVID's over and I will not go to this church anymore. And I called the pastor and I said, I don't want to come anymore. And he's like, why? I don't understand why. And I said, well, because of Tony, because Tony's dementia has gotten worse. And I don't want to come into the church and have people talking to Tony like before COVID, and Tony doesn't remember them. There's a lot of these people he doesn't remember anymore, even though we went there for years due to the dementia. And I don't want to put him in a frustrated position. So we stopped going to this church that we've gone to because of that. So that's, and I keep saying we need
It's
to go
nothing that they've done. Don't get us wrong. They've never done anything wrong to me. They're my church family. I was always really close to them. It's funny. There's one person that always comes out of my memory.
Don't say names though, okay?
I see him and I talk to him, and I can call him, and I would feel comfortable talking to him, but
I don't want to put him in the frustration of seeing people that know him and known him for years and he doesn't remember them, because he does get frustrated. He does feel bad. So I'm like, we need to move on and we need to find another church, which is something that we need to do.
But we need to do that, but I don't want to do it.
Why?
Because I don't remember the people in one by one. More now, we have a lot of people in our church, but
See, we have different views on this one. I'm being the dementia protector. So, all right, we're going to go because we've been talking for a long time about this. But if you have any questions for Tony and about his disease and about any question about dementia that you think we can answer, we'll try to get the answer. Comment below, right? Comment below.
Yep.
Also, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and follow us. And we're like I said, we're going to talk about a lot of different things on the subject of dementia and how it affects our lives. So I can tell you right now, I'm 58 and Tony is 60.
Not yet. I'm almost 60.
Oh, I'm sorry. He will almost in December.
Yeah,
Almost.
December 4th. But you gotta understand. No, stop. You gotta understand that it's just a number to me. I don't remember.
So he got the bad stroke 6 years ago. So he was 54 when this stroke happened, and the dementia is progressing. So we just want you to follow us and see our everyday life. So thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Any final words, dude?
I want to tell everybody I love you guys, everybody. All right, there's no person I don't care about.
All right. Till next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.